What's going on, guys? It's your man Ed Hayes here, back for another video. And in this video, as a lot of you all know, I've been wholesaling real estate for about 4 years now, and I'm a licensed agent out here in Illinois. Well, I'm actually in the process of getting funding for my first real estate deal. So I wanted to make a video to kind of give you all some strategies, some methods on how you can become the buyer faster. Now, I know a lot of you all want to become the buyer. You want to get out here and start purchasing properties. You don't want to have to depend on whether a buyer is actually trying to buy your property or not. You can be the buyer. So I hope that you all are pumped for this content. Let's go ahead. Let's get into this content. Let's try to get 25 likes on this video, guys. I know we can do it. Go ahead and hit that like button for me now, and let's get into this content.
Push the button. Push the goddamn button.
Push the goddamn button.
You heard what she said.
So I think a big part of actually getting the funds or like becoming the buyer yourself is to know your numbers. You need to know that the amount that you're gonna spend on this deal is actually gonna make sense. We make our money on the front end, whether we're purchasing this property as an investment ourselves or whether we're trying to wholesale it to another investor. So first things first is know your numbers. Make sure that the deal makes sense financially first. Once you know that the numbers make sense, then you need to package up the deal to build up that confidence, but not only that, inject confidence into the people who are gonna be funding this deal. Know what the cash flow should be looking like. Know what the expected appreciation is gonna be. Know what your return on investment should be. Know what your net operating income should be. Know your expected cap rate. These numbers help paint a clear picture of what's to come, as well as help you figure out whether this is actually a good deal or not. Check out the other videos on my YouTube channel, or just do a quick YouTube search to actually find out how to calculate these numbers. Now, let's get into it. I've got 10 strategies that you can implement to become the buyer faster. And a lot of these methods involve using other people's money, OPM, y'all. So the first strategy is gonna be cash. If you have the money, just buy with it. So many people just have money just sitting in the bank, but this money is depreciating if you're not spending it. Put this money into a performing asset, whether that be business or real estate. So you'll earn money on this money. With a cash transaction, obviously there's no need to finance. So this is obviously the easiest option to actually become the buyer on a deal. Now the next method is gonna be going to the bank. Interest rates are still at historic lows right now. You wanna start leveraging other people's money. The thing about going to a bank though is that the property is gonna need to get approved by the bank for them to actually want to lend on the property. Typically meaning that it's gonna need to be in pretty decent shape. But if you already have bank accounts established with these banks, then it's a lot easier to just go to the bank sometimes and get the funding that you want. However, it can be a little time consuming sometimes. That process can take, 30 to 60 days to actually get paid from the bank. The next strategy is gonna be a HELOC, or a home equity line of credit. In this example, you're gonna be taking the equity out in a property that you already own and using that equity to purchase another property. So essentially, one property is paying for the other property. A lot of times you can get really low introductory rates when you get a HELOC as well. So if you're already a homeowner, I do recommend at least look into a HELOC. It may be right for you, it may not, depending on your situation. Now the next way to get access to funds to become a buyer on a deal would be to take your 401k and roll it over into a self-directed account or get a 401k loan. So in other words, for all of you all who have a 401k, you can take that money from your 401k, put it into another account that will allow you to spend that money on whatever you want to spend it on. So in that account that you have right now, the 401k, you may be earning, let's say like 2 to 3% on that money. Whereas if you roll it into a self-directed account and now you can invest that money into real estate and maybe you're making a 10, 12, 15% return on that same money. And by doing so, you'll actually be increasing your net worth. Now, the fifth method that I have for you all to go out here and get the funds so you can become the buyer faster is gonna be hard money. These are usually institutional organizations such as hedge funds and things of that nature, and that'll usually come with higher rates as well. However, hard money lenders tend to usually only care about the deal itself and not the borrower's credit score and personal financial situation. And usually when people use hard money, they're looking to be able to refinance out of that deal maybe 6 months down the line so they can get much lower interest rates in the future. Now, the next method is gonna be private money. Some of you all may have seen it already, but I did a podcast with a guy named Austin Rutherford. Make sure that you check out his YouTube channel as well. But he only uses private money. Like, he wants to maximize private money in each and every one of his deals. So he has a course. I want you all to check it out. I actually took his course myself. It was a lot of value in that course. So make sure that you check out my man Austin Rutherford. But private money can be a great way to finance these deals. Now, what's great about private money is that this money is usually coming from people that you know or people that you've built up a relationship with, such as family, friends, and acquaintances. So therefore, the money tends to be a lot more accessible than, say, going to a bank. Another good thing about working with private money lenders is that you are gonna be negotiating those terms and the rates. So there's plenty of people who want extra income out there. So if you can go out there and find great off-market discounted deals, private lenders are gonna be there to finance. I highly recommend that you all check out my man Austin Rutherford's course though on the specific topic of private money. He's the man when it comes to that topic, and it's very, very beneficial course. I took it myself. I'm out here trying to get this private money too, y'all. The next way to become a buyer on one of your real estate deals is gonna be partnering with another buyer. Essentially, it works like you find the deal and they'll fund it. This can also be anyone, like family and friends. Now, the key to this method is building up great relationships with those buyers and building up your brand so people want to do business with you. And this will significantly speed up the process of you actually doing these deals and getting the money for them. And if you're partnering with other buyers, since it's their money that's in the deal, you can do multiple deals at the same time working with multiple buyers. Your job is to provide a clear picture to that buyer so you can show them how you can be beneficial to them. The next method I have for you all to go out there and get the funds for your first real estate deal is gonna be credit unions. Now, there are tons of credit unions local to almost all of us all throughout the nation. The good thing about credit unions is that they're usually much easier to get funded than going out to your local bank. And a lot of times you can usually get lower rates and a lot higher balances than you would at a bank as well. And when you go there, you usually be getting either an installment loan or different lines of credit so you can be able to do deals with it. The next way to get the funds for a real estate deal that you may not have known about is liquidating credit cards. So if you have personal or business credit cards with high balances already, there are sites that you can go to such as Plastic. And what they'll essentially allow you to do is a wire transfer from your credit card directly into your bank account for a fee. So if you've got a $5,000, $10,000, $25,000 credit card and you also have a real estate deal that you're trying to put a down payment on, you could potentially liquidate those cards to get access to that capital that's on the card and then simply pay the card down over time. And just think, with a lot of cards, maybe you've got 0% interest, so you're not paying any interest on that money, but you're getting a great return on it. And you can not only wire this money to yourself, you can also wire it to the title company to be able to, put your earnest money down or actually send the wire over to purchase a property. Now, last but definitely not least on this list of ways to get the funding for your first or next real estate deal is gonna be alternative lending. Now, as some of you all may know, I've been working with an alternative lending company over the past few months now, and they're able to not only repair and enhance one's credit, but also go out and get them funding. And I'm working with them now to help people get funded, so I created a site, declarefunding.com, and you can actually check out the link in the description of this video so you can get a consultation to see how we can be able to not only help you build up your credit, but take you into funding so you can purchase, your next real estate deal, maybe pay off some debt, whatever it is that you want to do. So let's have a conversation about it. Now, typically the cost for this type of lending is going to be a little bit higher than it would be if you were just, going to a private money lender. And it's usually for people with not so great credit, but alternative lenders are usually the ones that you're going to when, you can't even get approved for a $20,000 loan, but they're able to, improve your credit and put you in position to go out and get a $100,000 loan. So check out Declare Funding with the link in the description, guys. They'll definitely be able to help you out all the way when it comes to building up that credit and going in to get you funded. All right though, guys, boom, look, that's 10 different ways right there that you can get out here, get into the game, and purchase your first or next real estate deal. So I hope that this video has been valuable. If it has, please hit that like button. It does a lot to help out the channel. If this has been beneficial, just do it for the YouTube algorithm. I would definitely appreciate it. And you can head over to howtowholesale.houses.com to check out my Wholesaler University course, where I show you everything that I know about real estate investing from point A to point Z. So I hope that you all are staying healthy out there. Stay healthy, stay blessed, wash your hands. And until next time, guys, we are out.